Hey guys, Greg here, Underground Graphics. Today we're going to go over our Jeep winch protection. This has been a common area of issue when you have those aftermarket winches up against that front grille. This is our 24 and up grille. With this change, it did make it a little bit better with this aftermarket, doing a winch with an aftermarket bumper or an OEM bumper. I know on our 22 grille, this is actually a 22, we did have rubbing. So with that new update, that did solve that. But we've had a lot of requests for guys using the Moto built, I think it's the Crusher bumper, that they are still rubbing on that. So we had that request for some stone guard protection, or basically it says a thicker PPF, a little bit more durable. It doesn't have the conformability of PPF, but again, we're just doing some strips right along the front of this. We did size this to fit the, for the 24. We'll have it for the 18 through 23 soon as we get a grill back in here. And we're going to give you a quick video on how to put this on. It is super easy. Obviously, if you already have the winch on there and your grill in there, it's going to be hard to get in there. So you are going to have to remove that to, reverse that process to hopefully save that paint. In our case, we've got about 1 inch of clearance, 1.5 inches. It was easy to get that on there, and we're just doing this to show you how that's going to go. You can get it in there if you want. It's a little easier to take that grill actually out, and we're going to show you how to do that. It is super easy. So let's go ahead and take a break. Let me show you what we're going to need, and we'll get started. So as you saw on that intro, it showed it in red. Obviously, it's not going to be red. It's going to be clear. I have 2 strips on here. What we're going to need, you're going to have this, and then you're going to get a small plastic squeegee. Ideally, you want to use rubber for PPF, but this is really so small. You really just need something to kind of get that down on there. And since this is stone guard, it's going to be fine just going on, right on top of that. If you have a rubber squeegee, that's going to be great. We have these online. I hate to spend the money just to get one of these. And this is actually one of ours cut in half for those, smaller items. Of course, you're going to want that alcohol prep spray just to clean the surface, and then that slide spray, which is the soap and water, obviously. Just to get that into position and get that down on there. Screwdriver to get those pins out of the top. I'll show you those in a minute. If you have a trim remover, this will be a little bit easier. Again, you can do it with a screwdriver, not too bad. And of course, a clean microfiber to wipe off the alcohol. And again, one for the slide. All right, let's go take a look at this thing. This is how we're going to get the grill out. And this is the same for the 24s as it is for the 18 and up. We want to go ahead and pop our hood. This is so easy. You're going to be like, oh my God. Don't mind the dirty engine bay. And most of these are going to have the hood struts. You'll have a prop here down, just so you know. There you go. And our six tabs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the other side. So again, you can do this with a screwdriver. You just want to get right under there, kind of start to wiggle that up. As that starts to come up, then you can pull this out. And it is kind of tricky. That's why I like the trim remover, or this little tab removal. And do make sure that when these come out, these are one way to go in, that those go back in the same way. That way you can reuse those. So I'll go ahead and pop all these out. Again, I'm just like to get these started, and then I'll use that remover. So if you guys have any questions on this, let us know. Again, I didn't mean to make such a big deal about something so minimal, but truthfully, a lot of people have this issue. It's just something we really never addressed because not everybody has a winch, or not everybody's doing those aftermarket front bumpers. But if you search and you find us, again, someone called and asked us if we would do this. We're happy to do it. And so we're going to share that goodness with our customers, and that's how it works. There's 1 out, 2 out. That's actually 3. 4, 5, And that last one's a little tricky to get to. And you can take these off, but I'd leave those on. And I'm not sure if that's just a 392 thing or if that's in all of them. So once this is off, basically, this is going to come forward. If you have a camera, you are going to have a wire here in the middle. You're going to want to disconnect that before you pull this out. But essentially, I think there's 4 or 5, 6 tabs below here. You're going to pull from the bottom here. Give it a little pull. Same thing on this side. Little pull. And that comes right up. So as you can see there, those are those 6 tabs there at the bottom that go right into that little frame support. And then your 6 tabs up on top that we had just pulled out. So let's move this over to our table. And again, this was done in red just to show you where this was going to be, or you know, where that's gonna go on that grill. Typically, again, the motor, the head of that winch is usually right here in the middle. This is really a little bit extra, but again, some people have wires running. I don't know if you're going to have a different winch. Some of those may be bigger, smaller. So you've got a little extra. If you want to cut that down smaller, you're welcome to do that. Again, don't want to overthink it, but I want to make sure you've got what you need. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off and just use a little plastic razor to get off that demo piece. And again, we make all these templates here in-house. And this is just a plastic razor. Once we do this with wrap film, we go back and use that same template once we're happy with it and cut that out of PPF. And in this case, we're using Oracal 270 Stone Guard, which we felt is a little bit nicer for, again, something that's going to be flat, maybe like a Stone Guard. So the backs of the fenders, sometimes the bottom of a rocker, and in this case, we're not going over any curves. So this would be fine just to go on that flat surface. So again, we're going to want to alcohol spray that prep spray right along that front end of that. And just make sure that's nice and clean. We're just going to be on that front edge here to here, and then again here to that top line. You do want to make sure your hands are clean, as you may touch the back of this just a little bit. And there's our Stone Guard. I'm going to use this one just to show you. And then we got to make sure looks like we're good. When I see some bubbles in there, I'm going to go ahead and I like to do the top one first, only because I have that curve on that, and I know that's going to line up with the ends of the middle 3 slots. So I'm going to spray the back of that, the front of that, my fingers, lay that right here. And again, we're going to go right on the seam, right here where my tip of my finger is, and we're going to match these up with these here, come straight down. And once we have that in place with the top of that, and then with that supplied squeegee, we can just, you can really even use your thumb. And then we'll work down on that bottom edge. Now sometimes when you have that solution, that soapy solution, those edges don't want to lay down, especially when it's on an angle like that, or it's on that, just that rollover. That's when you want to use that towel. You just wipe out that moisture. And as long as that's down, anything left over will really evaporate. And now we're going to go ahead and do this again for that smaller one, which lines up just right below it. And it's just that trailing edge on there. And now I've got all that moisture on there. And this is that roll in there, so it is going to be a little tricky. I'll probably have to let that sit for a little bit to really get that to roll in there because it's wet. But if we didn't do this wet and we did this dry, chances are you're going to get a wrinkle, and then once you pull that up, you're going to mess it up. So we do want to do it this way. I know it's a little bit more of a pain in the butt, but at the end of the day, no one will ever know this is here unless they're looking for it. But again, we can, if you want to use a heat gun, that'll help up a little bit, but I think we're just going to let that sit there for just a little bit. We can kind of use our finger just to kind of roll that in, and once, like I said, once that soap solution, that slide solution evaporates on there, this will get a good tack, and it'll get into that roll. If you leave this up, that's going to just attract dirt, so you do want to make sure that all that goes down. And I can see it starting to go down. Sometimes you can put that squeegee card on there. It just needs to evaporate a little bit. So let that sit for about 10 minutes and come back, and like I said, we just have that solution on there that's caused not to stick right now. But when I did that, the red template, of course, that is just dry install wrap film, and we do not have a dry install PPF film or stone guard. So this will need to go on wet. It's actually starting to go down now, so I don't know if you can see that close with that lens. And then once you do get some tack on there, I would go back with just a little bit of heat if you can, just to make sure that stays down. We don't want this to lift back up when you put that back in there. And again, if you want to trim these down to fit, you're absolutely welcome to. This cut's very easy. It's amazing how durable this material is on being, I think I want to say 8 mils. I don't remember how thick this was, but again, we've been very, very happy with it. And again, this is just for those of you that don't want to mess up the paint on your new grill by putting in that aftermarket or winch, putting in that winch bumper or winch bumper combo, whatever it is you're doing that may have that rub on there. All right, I think we're good. I'll come back and check on that in just a little bit, and then we'll show you how just to reinstall, reverse that process, and pop that right back in there. All right, so we waited about 10 minutes, came back and just went back again and just make sure all that soap solution was out, that slide solution. We're happy with the fitment, everything looks good. We're ready to put this back in. So once we're set, again, give that a little bit of time, make sure you're ready to go. We're gonna pop this back in here. And again, this is just a reverse process of what we just did. Be careful not to hit that winch back on the way in. But even if we do, now we're protected with that PPF. Now once that's set, we want to make sure these holes are lining up there at the top, and then a little pop the bottom right there in the middle. And that is it for the bottom. And then we're going to go back, reuse these little clips, and make sure that you may need to pull these out just a little bit to make those little tight in the front to get back in there. To show you how to do that, just kind of push that back in there. Those things pop right back in there. And again, if you have the proper tools, you may not get a little marring on there, but I don't look under here very often, so I'm not too worried about it. Three. So again, guys, I know this was something really simple. You're like, why did you even do this? Waste of time. Well, for those that want it, it's not a waste of time. It's a really simple way to give a little bit of protection for something that you love. So if you have any questions on anything, feel free to give us a call, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time And again, now we're protected on there. We're good to go. Thank you. See you next time.